Hi, my name is Phil, and today we're going to be talking about the different categories of rehabilitation. Today we're focusing on Category 1, which is based on the core of the body. It involves their improvement from 0 to 35%. We use the different categories to determine where the patient is in the rehab program and also what exercises they should be doing. We're also going to review the different functional screens for cervical, thoracic, and lumbar stability and exercises to improve that. To assess lumbar stability, we're going to be doing a couple of functional screens. The first is a glute bridge with a single leg raise. The first thing I'm going to have the patient do is contract their core. Once they can do that successfully, I'm going to ask them to raise their hips up so that their shoulders, hips, and knees are in alignment. Following that, we're going to have her raise her left leg up, and we're assessing for one of the hips to drop so that we can tell if there's any instability in the glute medius or the multifidus. Then we're going to have her do the opposite leg, so the right one, and assess for the same things. In this circumstance, we're going to demonstrate what happens, or what you're going to see when the patient has a problem with one of their core muscles. So we're going to have her do the core activation, raise the hips up, and then she's going to extend her left leg, and we notice that the hip drops. There's a problem with the glute medius or the multifidus. Because it's core 1, we assume that it's going to be focused more on the multifidus. The second functional screen is going to be used to assess cervical and thoracic stability. So what we're going to have the patient do is put their elbows tight to their body, and they're going to lift the torso and head in alignment off the table at the same time, as so. Okay. In the event that the head does not come off the table, but the thoracic spine does, we note that we have cervical instability. If the head comes off the table, but the thoracic spine does not, we note that there is thoracic instability. Okay, the first exercise we're going to work on for lumbar instability would be similar to the functional screen. It's a glute bridge, so while the patient raise up, activate the core, making sure the torso is in alignment with the hips, and we're going to have them raise up their leg. Okay, and down. Then we'll do the other leg, and down. And hold those for about 5 seconds each, and repeat. The second exercise we're going to work on involves activation of the multifidus muscle. We have the patient positioned here properly with the bottom leg forward, the top leg back. Top arm is going to be straight over their head at 90 degrees and the bottom arm is at 20. We're going to have the patient activate their core, and they're going to lift their bottom leg up in rapid succession, feeling for the multifidus to activate while the erectors are not. We want to see how long they can do this. Our goal is 30-second bursts. Okay. The exercise we're going to perform for thoracic stability is the push-up plus. We have the patient contract their mid-back as if I'm pushing a hot poker up to their sternum. Okay, and then come back down. Have them go up again. And repeat this process 10 to 30 times.
So here I'm going to demonstrate a Category 1 thoracic and cervical stability screen and exercise. I ask the patient first to place their elbows on their side just like that, dig in, activate the core, chin tuck, long reach with the head, and raise up from the hips all the way up the spine. Just like that. And relax. And here we're looking for if the patient flexes their head forward, if they jut their chin, that tells us that there's weak deep neck flexors. We're looking for shakiness or inability to bring that flexion there in the T-spine there. That would be indicative of thoracic instability.